So after a couple months with the Kemper Stage, I think I'm going to put it up for sale. And that's actually for a very specific reason that I want to talk about in this video. And that big reason is this. I decided to get the powered head. The powered toaster, the power whatever. This thing has a power amplifier built into it. So effectively what I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to be able to put this on top of any of my cabinets that I've got and drive the cabinet. It's going to work as basically a guitar amp head, which is pretty cool, pretty appealing to me. It's something I haven't been able to do with the Kemper Stage, and it's something that I want to do with the Kemper Stage. Because personally, I think this is the key to making this sound the best and feel the best and most similar to what a guitar amplifier feels like. Now you may be asking yourself, Daniel, you got yourself a Kemper power cabinet. Why aren't you using that? Well, I did use that. And I found the Kemper cone, the full range nature of it, to be a little too full range for me, which is kind of a weird thing to say, but it kind of did the same thing that my studio monitors do. I still do like the Kemper power cabinet a lot. It's just not exactly what I want at this time. The other reason being I do like the desktop vertical nature of this unit as opposed to the floorboard. I initially thought that I wanted the floorboard, but this is making a whole lot more sense to me. I also got the Kemper remote. Now who knows, I could want to change anytime. This is a problem. But anyway, back to my original thought. I think this is going to be the closest and easiest way to get the sounds and feeling that I'm hoping to get. I guess we'll put that up to a test over time, but I also want to perform a little kind of unscientific test right now on the video. I'm just going to use the camera microphone, and I'm going to set up a couple different instances. The first one being, I'm going to go ahead and run this through the guitar amp, this Matchless 212 right over here. Then I'm going to set up some studio monitors, run it through the studio monitor so you get kind of the Kemper in the room feeling. Then I'm going to put this through the Kemper cone and show the sound of the room there. And then finally, I'm just going to run it through my Matchless. I'm going to be using a Matchless profile on the Kemper anyway, so it's all going to be in comparison to the real deal HC-30. Hopefully it'll come across to show how like the growl and the speaker reaction kind of helps you feel like you're playing through an amplifier a little bit more. So far, just from testing it a little bit today, I do feel like it's sounding like a guitar amplifier. I am getting the results that I want a little bit more from it. So let's give it a go. All right, so this is the Kemper Powerhead. So these are the two studio monitors. I've moved out of the way a little bit. Just for reference, they're Genelec 8030Cs. Check it out. So here we have the Kemper powered cabinet. This is going into the monitor out of the Kemper Powerhead. It's about halfway up in volume. I also have the Kemper cone turned on here. The imprint select is actually set to greenback speakers, which are the same ones that are in that Matchless back there. Directivity is at 0 and the monitor cab is off. Here's what that sounds like. Alright, so now here we are. This is the real deal Matchless that we're going to hear. Microphone's still in the same place. I tried to tone match as best as possible. It's the same channel that's been profiled by the Kemper, the EF86 tube channel, channel 2. Here we go. So there's kind of my unscientific comparison. Nothing was inherently bad about any of those. I thought the studio monitors sounded great. I thought the Kemper cabinet sounded great. I thought that the regular amplifier sounded great. I'm sure through headphones it'll sound great, whatever. But now for me, my personal preference is the guitar cabinet. and I think it's just because it's moving air, it's moving more air. It's what I'm used to. I've been playing amps all my life. I know for some people it's definitely studio monitors. That's totally fine. So I'm not advocating for everybody to ditch their Kemper Stage and go for a powered head. You can still do things like getting a simple amplifier, now not a guitar amplifier, but like just a simple amplifier, a simple sound amplifier, and running your Kemper Stage through that. There are tube-based amplifiers that they make, and some people say that that's the best sound that you can get out of a Kemper, is running it through a tube-based power amplifier. I still like the Kemper Stage a lot. I see people like Michael Britt and Tone Junkie, they've got their own Kemper Stage, and then they've also got their heads at home. I don't know if I'm going to keep both of them. I don't know if that's logistical for me, but they both have their pros and cons. I think I'm going to find my home with this one a little bit more. But anyway, that's been the video for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please consider liking the video. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.